Hi, my name's David, and in 2017, I went through a pretty lengthy period of depression. Um, what saved me from it and helped me eventually pull out was writing. And today I wanted to share with you the piece that I wrote and how I just kind of poured it all out to get myself aware of what I needed in order to get better. And I'm hoping that if you're having similar feelings, which are pretty awful, that maybe this will help you. If not the same technique, then perhaps just knowing that there is somebody else that went through it. And well, here's my story. So stick around. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and then I'll read you something. So and I have a new intro, and here it is. Cool, right? It's cool. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, in 2017, I went through a pretty lengthy depressive episode, and I want to give you a little bit of background as to who I am and what I do, just so you understand how this is framed. As an INFJ, we have that tendency to fall into that NITI loop. I have a whole video on that. You'll get to meet external feeling. Please watch it, because it does kind of encapsulate how that sort of works in a weird way. And so I went through this period where everything just started to feel really heavy. And it just got worse and worse, and it steamrolled into something that was just, no, not steamrolled, snowballed. It snowballed into something that was just really awful. You know, I was having very, very toxic thoughts. There were days on end where I wouldn't get out of bed, where I wouldn't shower. Everything was an absolute and complete fight. Even just the smallest task was, it felt like I was doing everything with a 200-pound sack of potatoes across my shoulders. And it was tough. It was tough because I have kids and I need to make sure that they're okay and that they're kept busy and entertained, and that I'm, nurturing my relationship with them. And at the time, I was running a martial arts school, and as owner and head instructor, which means that I am in front of, dozens and dozens of people every night, and I've got to be on. I can't go out there depressed and be like, we're going to practice karate, because then nobody would. So it was this real struggle internally of how I was feeling and how I had to present myself to everyone around me. And that took over, and it just established a lot of pain for me to day in and day out, because it was never ending. And I wasn't able to connect the things that I needed in my own head in order to feel better. So enter writing. And in terms of writing, for an INFJ, getting your thoughts out and getting your emotion out is pretty important. It's hooking onto that external feeling and being able to feel something. And that's why a lot of INFJs, and you'll hear it, you'll see it in the comments of the videos and stuff like that, where a lot of them, will listen to some music that makes you feel something, or watch a movie that makes you feel something, or, talk to other people that make you, feel things where you can kind of dig into their emotions and maybe help them out. And just that kind of, almost like being an emotional mentor to people is pretty handy for an INFJ, because it's something that we can do pretty well. In terms of writing, what I decided to do is take a good hard look at myself. And that is a very difficult thing to do when you're in a depressive state, because you're not somebody that you want to be around, even though it's still you. But looking in the mirror is hard when you're depressed. And it was really difficult for me during that time as well. So what I did is I wrote a long piece, well, not too long, and it basically covers two things. It covers what I need and what I am, not in that order. What I am, then what I need. And so, for instance, the piece starts out with I am insecurity, and then I describe how my insecurity feels in whatever language was in my head at the time, and then what I need for that insecurity to help me is the next piece of that section. So this is broken down into sections. You'll see it. I am insecurity. I am never silent. I am overwhelming. And it's all of these things that I identified with myself and talked about and then wrote my way out of. So nobody's ever seen this or read it before. I've kept it totally private. This is kind of nerve-wracking, sharing something that's this deeply personal. But again, I feel like if you don't go out on a limb, that it is very difficult to help other people. And so I wanted to just present this to you. It may seem kind of high school angsty to you. It's a thing. I'm mentally preparing myself for the crappy comments that are going to come from people who just think that this is self-centered nonsense. If you're one of those, just please go away. But I thought it was important to just share this. So I'm narrating it and putting it to words. It's about 10 minutes, I think, long. So it's not too bad. And hopefully stick around and watch the whole thing. I'm going to put links in the description where you can jump to a particular section. But I would encourage you to just watch the whole thing start to finish. And then if you want to reference a section again, you can do so. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do hope that this helps you. And if you find that it does, this is the kind of content that I want on this channel. So please like it, please subscribe. And also go to the channel page because there are a whole set of videos. I have a playlist about all my INFJ stuff, and I have a playlist for all of my writing stuff for all of my writing friends that are watching. So, without any further delay, okay, be brave. I got to get to this. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps you. Thank you. I am insecurity. Have you ever had days where you'd opt to scrape your eyes out with a rusty wire brush, then open them and look in the mirror and see yourself looking back? They happen too often for me. Feelings of not being good enough, of being a fraud, a hack, a fake. Feelings that I'm so out of place around other people that I am perpetually uncomfortable in my own skin, as if I was plucked out of the ether, thrown into a random body, and told to move on with a life. And I know that's wrong, and I know that people don't see me that way. They gravitate toward me. They want to talk to me and know me, and I do my best, but I can't understand why. The thinking part of my brain says I look okay, I'm friendly, I'm easy to talk to, warm, engaging, but I rarely listen to logic. I can only feel. I tune logic out like a sullen teenager letting whatever dad says go in one ear and out the other. And I feel that I need someone who can put their hands on me and calm my brain down. Tell me that I'm precious. Tell me that I am a gift. Tell me that they understand. Tell me that they struggle too, and we'll struggle together, and we'll get better. I need affirmation that it's okay for me to want to improve, but that I'm improving something that is already good. And no, I don't need fixing, no matter how frustrated I get, feeling like I really do. Like I'm irreparably broken for all time. I am never silent. And it's only ever the most overwhelming thing I could possibly experience. Even the easiest days are like being at a battle of the bands, where every band is playing and they're all screaming lyrics, and all of those lyrics are every possible thought, dream, hope, or nightmare I could possibly have, all at once, all the time. As soon as I wake up, the bands start playing. The moment I try to go to sleep, they play louder, until I'm too tired to fight, and finally, mercifully, collapse into a heap. When I try to repeat anything in my brain, my mouth stays closed because there's so much noise, it's impossible to really focus and listen. That's my default. What I need is a friend. Someone who can settle me from time to time. When I'm desperate, overwhelmed, breaking under the weight of all those thoughts causing my mind to be on overdrive, I need two hands on my face. Someone to look directly into my eyes and say, "Hey, it's okay. I know there's a lot going on in that sweet head of yours. Relax. Breathe. Close your eyes. Settle." I need a friend who understands that there's always noise in me, and that I am always trying my best to work through it. and they'll have to have mountains of patience to let me sort through it. And I'm worth it, because I'm a gift. I am always overwhelming. I am an intense person. To most people I meet, I appear joyful, friendly, conversational, but having that is like having whipped cream on a pie without the pie. It's gross. It lacks substance. Kind of kills me inside. When I find more meaning, more depth, something that cuts through all the noise and intrigues me, I go mad with enthusiasm. I read, I consume, I learn, I ask, I have to know. I am a seeker. I am humanity's sage. I am relentless in my search for information and stimulation. I overwhelm. I need someone who can have patience with me and who can tell me in a gentle way that it's okay for me to desire information, desire learning, but the earth won't stop spinning if I don't obtain it all right now. I can take a little extra time. I am flawed. Stress is a ninja, a silent assassin creeping up on me, and only when it's too late do I recognize its presence. I have already started coping in such destructive ways, and that's how I know it has arrived. And its presence makes me unable to focus, unable to communicate clearly, agitated, depressed, upset, seeking any and all outside stimulation so I don't have to fight the fight inside. I've already lost by this point, and the only way back is to trudge through a swamp of guilt, shame, and anger that I lost myself so easily yet again. I need someone who is a lookout, someone who sees it, knows it, could put a hand on my shoulder and say, "It's all right, focus, this can't beat you, stay positive, have gratitude, and look at the good." I am hidden. What's really me is unseen, unspoken, invisible, and absent in my day-to-day life. Everyone can see me, but nobody sees me. They see the show, the act, like an expert vaudevillian character that I've honed and crafted as a true master over so many years. They see the makeup, the costume, the story, the drama, but they never go backstage. They never see me vulnerable. When the show is over, the makeup comes off, the clothes are put back into the closet, and I'm sitting in my dressing room alone after the longest, most trying day of pretending. They don't see the smile wiped away. They don't hear the sigh. They don't see the eyes closed a little too hard trying to shut it all out and get back to some semblance of whatever I am. They don't see the loneliness. I crave a connection to someone who doesn't have to change the show and who doesn't join me on stage, but instead are present when I'm at my most tired and exposed. A gentle thumb to wipe that extra splotch of makeup from my face, a sweet soft hand to pick up my chin. Let me feel safe to open my eyes, and with one look lets me know that I'm not alone. And maybe that person is not always there, but they're always there if I need them. If I open my eyes in that room, tired, exhausted, looking at the wardrobe, knowing there's another show coming, and my heart is racing, and my stage fright is raging, that I can call out, "Please say something to me." And through the door, or through the wall, all I need to hear is, "I'm here. I'm always going to be here if you need me." And maybe that will be enough, or maybe I'll open the door and reach out and feel a touch. Just knowing I'm not alone is more than I could ever hope for, as the show must go on. They know I have to perform, that in my heart of hearts I must be out in the show, bringing joy to every spectator, giving my all every night, and they know I need to recharge, and that I need just a little bit of help to do it. I am a contradiction. I need to work, I need distractions. I need to be alone, I'm endlessly lonely. I need to feel fulfilled, I need some emptiness to keep me striving. I need to know, but I need the mystery. I am opposite of myself every day. I want loud music and complete silence, peace and darkness, amongst joy and light. Most days I just move along with whatever it is the world is throwing at me. I need the spontaneity, but I need complete control. What I need most is understanding. People around me that know that I will be flying in one moment and grounded the next, and that I'll not know exactly what I need. Someone who can flow with me, or maybe bounce their own way and let me come along for a grand ride. I am in need. I am in need of gentle words, kindness, and positivity. I am in need of connections. I don't deal in the superficial. It drains me empty as fast as can be. I'm the type of person that craves intimacy. Physical intimacy is pleasurable and amazing, but it's empty without a connection. The kind that only comes from pure human knowing. Knowing there's another soul on this planet who wants to spend their time with you, and knowing that you want to spend your time with them. Knowing that you're understood and not alone, and that you understand another. I am in need of someone that values that connection with their whole life, as I have valued my search for it. I am in need of someone who recognizes its rarity, its magic, and its priceless worth. I am a romantic. I believe in chivalry and patience in a world that is harsh, brusque, and instantaneous. In a moment, you can have any manner of stimulation at your fingertips. For some people, it's stupid cat videos. For some people, it's porn. For some people, it's swiping side to side on a dating app, disconnected from everything grounding you to this world. I cannot do that. I need touch. I need breath. I need the warmth of skin. I need someone to challenge me, to use my words and my thoughts and my feelings wrapped up in all of my vulnerability. I need someone that will let me risk my heart for them. I need somebody that understands that sensitivity isn't something a guy has when he's weak, that it takes strength, true strength, to truly open up. I need the kind of intimacy that comes when there are no words and you're staring straight into someone's eyes and not diverting your gaze. I am misunderstood. I have always been misunderstood, and I always will feel misunderstood. When you just know things, and when you believe things in your heart, and when you've seen evidence for decades in your life that your intuition speaks to you, and it's almost always right, you are a rare person, and other people will not understand. They frame their arguments in the now and in the past, what happened, what they see right now. I frame all of my arguments in my head in 1,000 different ways before I even utter a word about them. And I lean on the future, possibilities, what can be. Normal people don't get aliens like me. What I need is another alien. Someone who sees my intuition work, sees that special sense I feel like I have, sees my empathy and says, "Hey, I recognize that." That's a gift. And we may not connect for long, and we may not share more than a few words, but in our heads and in our hearts, we know that each of us has spent a lifetime searching for people just like ourselves. And we can walk a little taller and breathe a little easier, knowing that someone, somewhere, understands us.